The year was 1914, and President Woodrow Wilson was leading America into World War I. In La Jolla, California, electricity had just been introduced, street paving began, and Scripps Memorial Hospital opened on Prospect. At the same time, Frederick L. Brown was opening a real estate company on Prospect and Girard. Two other famous San Diego landmarks opened in the same decade: the San Diego Zoo and Naval Base San Diego. These were also the coming-of-age years for a vibrant young cowboy named Willis M. Allen. Willis, the son and grandson of Rear Admiral stationed on Coronado Island, was an avid polo player. In fact, it was polo that got him into real estate in the first place when he brokered a land deal for a San Diego area polo field. In 1940, Willis Allen purchased the Percy H. Goodwin Company, formerly Frederick L. Brown's real estate company on Prospect and Girard. He renamed it the Willis M. Allen Company. In 1945, he and a team of investors purchased the landmark La Valencia Hotel in La Jolla. And in 1950, Willis Allen helped broker yet another land deal that was the largest post-war subdivision in San Diego, now known as Claremont. And in 1952, he expanded his business by opening the second branch of his real estate company in Rancho Santa Fe. In 1973, Willis expanded yet again, this time into Del Mar, known for the world-famous Del Mar racetrack. In 1977, a young naval officer who flew in the back of F-4 Phantom fighter jets, Andrew E. Nelson, joined Willis M. Allen Company.
I was the youngest person here. Because of my history in the Navy and leadership and things of that nature, I made some suggestions to the ownership. And that was always fun because they turned around and looked at me and said, "Gosh, why don't you implement those things?" And they made me president in 1980 or 1981.
During this time, Andy married his sweetheart, Tracy Ann Nelson, purchased a home in La Jolla, and started to raise a family. Under Andy's leadership, the company continued to grow, adding a Point Loma office in 1988.
In the mid-90s, Andy purchased the company, and that's when the major changes actually came.
When I purchased the company, we expanded our marketing program, we upgraded it, and I wanted to make sure we got involved in our communities. And for those of you who are my age might remember Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, when they had some guys running after him, they said, "Who are those guys?" Well, I would look back over my shoulder and say, "Who is Bud Clark?" And so he came aboard here as my broker of record and my executive vice president. Interestingly, he arrived in the spring of 1997. July 4th, 1997, there was a fire at our La Jolla office.
The fire melted like my keyboard. I had picked it up and sat it on top of the monitor.
It was one of the first summers that I'd interned, and I remember I had to file all this charred paperwork.
As the real estate market continued to heat up, so did the expansion plans at Willis Allen Real Estate. In 2002, the company's Coronado office opened. Just 2 years later, Willis Allen Real Estate set up shop in newly revitalized downtown San Diego.
The logo was first established probably in 1967, if I recall. We hired some friends that I had known and asked for a color change, a logo change. It has been very well received. I think that the fact that we are committed to our agents and we're looking at things 5-10 years down the line. Right now we're working on new marketing ideas that we can look at in the future. We're looking at relationships with other high-end companies throughout the world so that we have an opportunity to really expose our inventories to the balance of the world, as it is no longer just a local little marketplace, it's a global marketplace as well.
Luxury Portfolio International is a luxury arm to the leading RE affiliation. It delivers national and international exposure to our exclusive luxury properties and connects the most powerful luxury sales associates in the world.
Sellers love to see the customized statistics, and it really showcases Willis Allen's global reach.
I focus a lot of my marketing efforts on technology and on websites, knowing buyers do as much research as they do online, but high glossy print materials go a long way.
I go out of my way as soon as that collection deadline email comes out to reserve as much space as I have listings.
It's going to give me the most readership, and really it's first class.
It's such a beautiful piece.
I love the collection.
150,000 circulation.
It generates more leads, more phone calls, and more interest than any of the other print advertising.
there's nothing that even competes with that.
We are always on the cutting edge, and there always is something brand new.
If an idea comes in, a new product, a new tool, we can have those things implemented within days. We don't need to go to a corporate office in another state.
A growing base of our consumers and clients want to interact with us through the technology of their preference.
Smartphones and tablets, again, have changed the way all of our agents do business.
It's absolutely critical to have a commanding online presence.
At Willis Allen, social media has grown extensively. We are now on almost every social media channel.
If you don't invest in the future, you're unlikely to do well there.
At the end of the day, it's still a relationship business. It's a hands-on personal business.
Welcome to Willis Allen.
The thing I enjoy the most is when I open the door and walk in.
You know, the main thing about a family business is that it's all about culture.
People are competitive as far as listing appointments, helping buyers getting their offers through, but with each other, it's like a big family.
I mean, it's like a family, but a really professional family.
These people stand for what's right and doing what's right.
It's really going the extra mile, going 110%. That makes a huge difference in delivering service, and I think that's what Willis Allen has always been known for.
It's not 9 to 5 for us, it's 5 to 9, just like the agents work. We're available at all times to support our agents.
I think that we're perceived as the Nordstrom of the real estate industry, not the Payless or the Hope You Sell.
When we're out in the trenches every day, we realize that not everyone has that same standard of professionalism.
I know that other agents there to help me, and I'm there to help them as well.
Rarely will the conversation be all serious.
And I think when you work at a company like Willis Allen, it's hard not to love what you do, and that comes through in the way that you treat your clients, in the way that we treat each other. And I think that's a huge reason why we are so successful and why we've been around for almost 100 years.
Nobody does it better than Willis Allen.
Willis Allen, real estate, real integrity.
For 100 years and still counting.
At Willis Allen Real Estate, we're on the cutting edge of technology, yet hold firm to the principle that a handshake is as important as a text message. Quite simply, in real estate, reputation matters, and we're proud of ours.